Hello again. It's me, Mistress April, and today we are talking about a very interesting part of this DS lifestyle. It's one that I think not many of you are aware of, but I think there are also many of you out there who really enjoy this part of the DS lifestyle. Let's get started. Today, financial fidelity, support, provision, and resource management. We're talking about the money. We've established how discipline maintains the structure. But every lifestyle dynamic, especially one lasting for a decade or more, requires a stable foundation. In our world, that often involves a unique form of financial commitment. The question is the profound act of trust. Why is money or financial resource management considered one of the most profound acts of submission? Do you know the answer to the question? Don't worry, I will tell you all about it. For a submissive, control over their money equals control over their life and their future. And relinquishing that control, that's committing their resources to the dominance vision and is an extreme act of trust and ultimate dedication. It transforms their income from a personal asset into a resource dedicated to the mistress and the lifestyle. So you're giving of yourself to make your mistress's life better. This is where the concept of Findom or financial domination stems from. It's a conscious, consensual act where the submissive finds psychological fulfillment in supporting the dominant entirely. Remember, the important word there was a consensual act. Yeah. But my relationship is much more complex than just taking the money. I'll tell you a little bit about how my relationship works to give you some context. So, how does my dynamic, where my male submissive is also my business advisor and my confidant, how does this fit into it all? This is the difference between a fetish and a lifestyle dynamic. See, it's not all about the sex. In a true long-term power exchange, the submissive is not just a wallet. They are a strategic partner in service. So if that's your ultimate goal, you really need to work hard, slaves. My male submissive's role as my business advisor, my confidant, and my partner in growing my ventures shows that his devotion is multifaceted. So he's not just here to get beat up, right? Well, maybe. His financial fidelity doesn't just fund my life, it empowers my leadership and stability, and it allows me to succeed as a producer and as a dominant. So he is supporting and empowering me by handing over this control. He serves as an anchor, contributing not just capital, but an intellectual and emotional support to this entire structure that is our DS lifestyle. And this is something that is quite special. And a lot of slaves yearn for this kind of lifestyle. I have other submissives, of course, and they don't offer any financial support. But does that mean that their service is less valuable? Of course not. Their service is as valuable. This is a crucial teaching point. Financial service is only one form of utility. You can serve in many, many ways to your mistress. The value of a submissive is measured by their dedication and the value of their unique offering. So each one of you have something special to give me. My two other submissives contribute their specific talents. Perhaps it's organizational skills, Perhaps it's artistic assistance to my movie production, and sometimes they serve as an emotional presence, which are equally vital to my life and to my success. So I don't treat each slave as one and the same. This reminds us that a core contract is tailored, commitment is total, but the form of the contribution varies based on what the submissive can uniquely provide. So, in other words, what you bring to the table, I need to assess and see how it can best serve me. In a system where a dominant is receiving support, what is the mistress's reciprocal duty? Especially in my position as a caregiver. Well, my role as a caregiver is the essential ethical balance. Yeah, I also need to take care of you, and maybe I like taking care of you. With whip and kindness and a little bit of humiliation. If the submissive commits their well-being to a mistress, the mistress will assume the responsibility of financial and emotional steward. Yeah, we have a lot to put on our shoulders. We don't just need to learn how to use the cane or the whip. No. This means that when your submissive faces personal, medical, or financial distress, the commitment for the mistress is to ensure that their needs are met, keeping them fit and mentally present to serve. A submissive who is unfit, not mentally present, is really no use to me. This reciprocal care transforms the dynamic from a simple extraction to a stable, protective umbrella. So, I know you all are looking forward to a good relationship, but I think you also just really want to be punished. Ethical management and boundaries. For those considering this dynamic, what are the most important ethical boundaries regarding financial control? Before you make the decision, understand what it all means. The level of financial control must always be carefully negotiated and should be included in the core contract. So if you are creating a contract with your mistress, make sure that the financial support is also included there, or your financial contribution. The dominant must lead with integrity. This means the dominant must lead with integrity. This means that there should be transparency. The submissive must know where their commitment is going, right? I can't always tell you I'm buying shoes when in fact I'm buying jewelry. But who cares? Contingency. The contract must define financial reserves for the submissive's personal emergencies. So of course, there needs to be something for you to be able to also have in case of an emergency. Clarity. It is essential to define the difference between using a resource to support the lifestyle and exploiting the submissive. Right? That's what it means, ethical. That's why it needs to be ethical. The agreement must be built on mutual benefit, even if the power dynamic is unequal. So this is the serious stuff, guys. Pay attention if you really are committed to becoming a true slave. Financial fidelity is one of the most powerful displays of trust and dedication in our world. That is the world of a DS lifestyle relationship. It is a complete merger of resources and will, turning the submissive into a strategic pillar of the dominant's life. But while financial commitment provides the structural stability, it is the submissive's physical presence that provides the constant service. Physical presence provides the constant service. In Chapter 6, which I think is the next chapter, we explore the standards of the body in physical devotion. That means managing appearance and availability. What exactly is expected of a submissive's body? How do they maintain a state of total mindful availability for the service in the public world? Very important. I know this is an exciting topic for you guys. So don't miss it. Don't miss the next chapter. Make sure that you click and subscribe to the button below, and make sure you turn on your notifications so that you know when the next chapter is coming out. Be sure you stay alerted. Take those notifications, click, subscribe, follow, and of course leave a comment. Don't forget to leave a comment. I want to hear from you. I want to know your thoughts. Do you think what I'm saying is great, helpful? If it's not, don't leave a comment. So here's a question for the audience. For those in a long-term DS dynamic, what is a form of non-monetary resource, that is skill, time, network, that you value as much as financials? What is it that you're offering that you value as much as if you were giving money? Share your experience below and let's start this conversation. Thank you for joining me on this educational journey. I look forward to seeing you next time. Remember, be ethical, be deliberate, and be prepared to serve. Ethical, be deliberate, and be prepared to serve. Thank you and goodbye from Mistress.